I am back. So I decided that every evening I'm going to do a reading. Unless I might do some like shorts during the day, short messages or, stuff like that, or ancestor stuff like that. I'll do that on short videos when I start doing that, doing shorts. I'll give like, daily messages and stuff on shorts. And then I'll come on once a day or something and do a different all signs. Today we're going to do a collective reading. Today we're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. We're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then we're going to clarify with some tarot, but I'm going to change the deck from yesterday. So once I've used the deck, I put it in a different spot. So then once I go through all my cards, and then I cleanse them once they've all been used. So that's what I do. So we're going to put the deck away. Is there no? That is the deck for that. All right. So we're gonna know what deck we're gonna use today. I was kind of drawn to this deck, so we're gonna use this deck today. Welcome everybody. I didn't post my PayPal or my email in the comments today, but it is in the description of my channel. If you want to order a private reading, private personal reading, you can order it through there. And or if you want, like, I don't have super chat yet, but if you want like a question here at the end when I'm done, if you want to have a question, you can always donate to my PayPal. That would greatly appreciate that. That will help me get to my boys. I want to go see my kids. So I'm saving up to buy a ticket. But anyways, so if you would like to support this channel, you can do that through my PayPal. You can also order a reading, private reading. I have time right now to do a few readings. I have one reading that I got to do, one private reading that I got to do, but other than that, I am open for some private readings. You can also gift someone a reading. So all you do is send me the email, or send me your question in an email, and not your email, so that way I can send you the link, and then it is unlisted, and you are the only one that gets the link, and whoever you share the link with, it gets to view that reading. Hey, Fire 147, how's it going? So today's angels we have. So let me read off the angels, and then we'll get started. Today's angels, we got Archangel Rahu. Notice the reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they are signifying divine guidance. You can pause it, read it for yourself whenever you feel like doing that as well. We have prioritize Archangel Metatron. Focus on your higher priorities, and I will help you get organized and motivated. So if you're like me and you get very distracted, you may want to ask this angel to help you to prioritize your higher good, what is for your best, highest good, and then focus on that one. Focus on that. It is sometimes hard to do when we're very distracted. Prosperity. So we have Archangel Azrael. Your material needs are provided as you follow your renewed intuit or you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So we have all the angels are here to support us, and this one kind of fell out, so that's Archangel Raphael. Healthy lifestyle, get sleep and all that, and enough rest and exercise. We need to move our bodies. Like literally, since I haven't been doing yoga and stretching, I noticed the difference. Like I'm not as focused. Like, so I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to find create a space inside because winter is coming here in Canada. So it's getting chilly outside. So the snow is going to come soon, and I don't hate to say it, but I am going to set up a spot inside that I can do my yoga. So we have career transcension, Archangel Samuel. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. As it ever. And we have Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for what you believe in. Always reminds me of Xena Warrior Princess. I love that. I love that show. I used to love that show. Nice to see you guys all here. Thank you so much. Did you guys notice we had, like, at the end of my live stream yesterday, we had 300 views on 2 hours. That is the most I've ever had on this channel. So I'm so glad that everybody tapped in at the right time, and we tapped in at the right time. I had to go get some chocolate, and chocolate is expensive. The Dollar Store was already closed. So I went to a store I never go to, the one convenience store. It's probably one of the oldest convenience stores here. And my neighbor lady downstairs drove me. And so I saw these ones. They were like two something for two of them. So these are like candy cane bar, chocolate bars, but they're pretty good. I just needed some chocolates. So I get energy to do this reading. I really wanted to do this reading. I want to do one every day. So what I'm going to do is do a collective reading, and then I'm going to pull pull one card for all the signs. All right, so everybody gets a message, but I'm going to do the full reading for the whole collective. You know, it doesn't matter what sign you are, Aries all the way to Pisces. Doesn't matter what sign you are. If you are on your spiritual journey, you are part of the collective. All right, so I might like to sage a little bit for any, no disruptions in the channel today. Like yesterday, we had a couple trolls coming in here calling me a witch. That's projection, and I don't. That's energy projection, and I feel that energy. So I protect myself. I'm just gonna pow them, pow pow. See that? Pow. I wore my sassy shirt today. Okay. We pow powing. We pow powing. Some sage for you guys. Any negative energy around you, so let go of you and leave you and protect you while you're watching me and in your chat. Protect everybody in chat. Everybody that's going to watch later. Protect our spirit. Thank you. All right, are you ready? I got some sage everywhere. So, how's everybody doing? I didn't even eat dinner or supper or anything today. I had a piece of bread with homemade bread with butter on it. Yes, I did, and it's so good. But I didn't really feel like meal, like, you know what I mean, yet. So I do have some hamburger meat out, so I might make some taco type, like, Spanish taco. It's enclosed. It's called a gorda. I'm gonna make some of those. I was thinking about that because I got cornmeal, so I might come live on my other channel, Castlev 420. I might come live there and do that there with you guys and show you how to make them. All right. Yeah, it's got candy cane. I'm not big on candy canes, but whatever. It was the cheapest chocolate there was. I needed some. And it's Cadbury's, so it's not bad chocolate. All right, everybody ready? All right, let's just give it a moment for my mind to clear. For me to put intention to clear my mind of any energy, any disruptive energy, negative energy. And for all of you guys too. All right, let's tap in. For the collective, let's tap in wisdom cards and then tarot clarification. All right, here we go. Whatever comes out. So, deeper knowing. So, wise owls, you know what I mean? Those wise owls that, I do readings better at nighttime and evenings. So, it's about like 7 o'clock now, 6, 7 o'clock. So, I might come on and do another one depends on the energy I have. So, but we got deeper knowing. 43, deeper knowing. I'll let you look at the cards, and I'm going to clarify everything, what it's talking about, and then it'll get into it with the tarot. Tell me what else about the collective for the month of October, or whenever they come across this message. Let's ask about the main messages on the cards. Um, so the first card was clear sentience. Notice the reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they're signifying divine guidance. And that's the deeper knowing. And so prioritize. How can we get more prior? How can we focus on more on our priorities? How can we focus more on our higher priorities? So let's just ask the questions on the main, as you know what I mean? Ooh la la la. I said ooh la la. Being very flexible, being in your space and just being more flexible, being more being more flexible. We'll get into it. So you be able to prioritize what's more important for you if you just, not be so stuck in one way, not be so set in one way in your mind, like, because you have that deeper knowing, you have a deeper knowing of something. So we're going to get into it. So this is for people that maybe, looking at, doing like almost like humanitarian work like this, like kind of like what I do, but different, there's so many different aspects of it. We're all a little part of it. Like I'm more like the spiritual part of like this aspect of the collective, but everybody plays a part in it. So everybody does. Yeah. So anyways, let's get into it. What is this prosperity lies ahead? Prosperity lies ahead. How will we know to recognize that as a collective? All right, here we go. Chopped wood. So you have to really see it. You have to really look at it because it may not look like much. That's how you're gonna. It may not look right now like much, but your material needs will be met. You may have been, kind of ignoring the obvious. Is kind of what it's. We'll get into it, okay? So, I said, how will we recognize? What? Tell me more about. I need another card for chopped wood, because that card is like. It's very complex card. Hello, Jack Mac. Welcome back. I think you've been in my chat. I can't speak now. I think you've been in my chat before, Jack Mac. Oh, this reminds me of like my sister yesterday. She said something, and if you change the first name, it's hilarious. Now I can't remember it, but it's just like it's hilarious. But what was it? Now that's distracting me. Okay, back to the reading. All right, give me one more card of chopped wood. We also got the numbers 43 and 42 and 19, being more flexible. We also got 72 and 75. No, 58 and 62. Deeper knowing. Okay. So tapping in more into your softer energy. That's what it means about like how you gonna like you win people over. You don't win people over with like masculine energy, right? You win more people over with like with kindness and gentleness and sweetness, right? Like, you know what I mean? More in your feminine energy, more in your sweet energy. That's how prosperity is gonna come in for you. Your material needs will be met. Like, like somebody's willing to help you more if you're not so much in your like masculine energy and not, more in your like feminine energy for some of you. There's also the number two reminds me of like Two of Cups. So just like be more loving, be more open with your heart, basically. Okay, so give me a card for career transcension. How are we going to know it's time to make the moves? How are we going to know it's time to make the moves? Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. And I said, I'd say so. Everything is fated. So something is fated to happen, right? So that's something, the stars are aligning. That's how you'll know, because when the stars will tell you, it's time now. So trust that, because you have the deeper knowing, so you're going to know. Give me one more card about fated. The career transcendation. So, unfinished symphony. For some of you, you know, this could be even like a song that you may have started writing or something like that, something that's unfinished. But it's anything, like it's a nest egg here too. Something that you may have been working on. And it's like something is unfinished. Symphony, something is unfinished. It could be a relationship, could be anything, right? But something is being faded. This is going to trigger you to have a blessed career change. So whatever you may have learned from it, it's triggering you to have a blessed career change. How can you stand up for what you believe in? How can you have the courage? How can you get the more courage to stand up for what you believe in? And finish this unfinished symphony, because it's faded now. It's time. It's like I'd say it's time now, because the 10 is there too. It's time to, like, basically, I don't want to say it like in a dirty way, but people say, should I get off the pot? Like, if this is a relationship, it's like time to make your move now or forget it. We also got 17 here, so faded 17. What's the date today? Anybody know? What's the date today? Oh, today's October 13th. So something could be on the 17th. Something could be faded on the 17th. Stars could be aligning on the 17th. So for some of you, you're not really sure if it's for you, because I see I see, like, this fell out and I didn't even notice when it fell out. But for some of you, you may not believe in something. You may, because this is about courage, right? You may not feel like you have the courage because you may have doubts about it. Like, you may not believe in something. You may not believe something's for you, but how do you know if you don't try, right? So it's showing me that you can always observe and rebuild, like build to whatever you receive intuitively. You can rebuild. You can rebuild, and there can be mending that happens. So, you know, mending something here, that may change the way you feel about the courage to do something. Give me one more card about courage and not for, and why do you feel like it's not for you? And like, for some of you, you have like hard time, you know, for some of you, you need to know that all that glitter isn't always gold. Okay, this is also 16. So 16, maybe you realize on the 16th, not everything that glitters is always exactly what it, you know, you may see something, you know, there's a lot of cool magic tricks what people could do with editing, right? So you may see past the illusion, and then you may change your mind, right? Because also you may get an intuitive message from your ancestors, right? Allowing you to know that not all that glitters is gold, right? So you may realize that if you don't make a move, that you're gonna be, you know, feel like you're gonna be feeling like you're left out, you know. So that's just like, you know, negative energy. See, this is the courage part. And that's a lot of times, like, people don't have the courage to speak up. They don't have the courage to say what they want to. Um, and that leaves them out in the end, right? And like, you know, love is important to go after, to not be left out. Like, you know, yeah, it's time to go and get close to love, right? So don't leave yourself out of love. Right? If something's not for you, move on to the next then, right? But at least you find out, right? Something was faded, maybe you learned from it, maybe something was like a karmic lesson. If this is love, maybe something was a karmic lesson, like you learned something from it, right? All right, let's get into the clarifications, everybody, for the collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This is a very general reading. Deeper knowing about clear sentience, about noticing the reoccurring physical and emotional feelings. All right, what is this about? What is this, something that you have like wisdom about? King of Cups. somebody here knows like those reoccurring feelings you get that you know somebody loves you. If you are a feminine, somebody does love you. Like you know somebody has a lot of love for you. You feel it, you know it, your intuition tells you that. So that's your feelings that you keep reoccurring every month. They keep reoccurring the same feelings. And this is about the heart because look, this is the angel with the heart, right? So the next card after that is Archangel Michael. You are safe, okay? So somebody could be protecting you because they love you, you know? And you know this, that someone's protecting because they love you. All right. So King of Cups. Two of Cups. So this is somebody like they think you're their perfect two, you know? You're their perfect Two of Cups, right? So they are, you know, they have the same, you know, you feel the same way. You and someone here to feel the same way about each other. It's a mutual feeling. And this keeps occurring, keeps reoccurring and reoccurring the same thing every month at the same time. You know, the moon, you know, that's how it affects you because your emotions, right? And our emotions have to do with feelings and heart and all that stuff, right? So it affects us more on the full moon, right? And every month, if something if you feel the same way about someone every month, then maybe it's meant to happen, right? All right. So how can you be like how can these two people express their feelings when they're feeling it? Let's get into it. Let's get into it deep. How can these two people express their feelings? Don't be so defensive. Don't think you're only one that has to carry the burden, or don't think that you're the only one going through it. Because we got the Nine of Wands. So somebody, you know, feels like they have to be the one that, you know, have to be the one that has to make, you know, keep it all behind them, right? So no, like it's saying, how can you get over thinking that you're the only one responsible here? And your burden. Like, how can you get over your burdens? Have more faith, okay? Have more faith. And then there's a tower, like, if you know, there's like, these two came out, right? So if you keep being defensive, you know, something will happen that you may not like, right? Because the tower might happen, right? So, oh no, never mind. The tower could have, like, the tower can be also be like a sudden realization because this is an aha moment, okay? When the tower and this comes with an aha moment with the Fool card is about having faith. This is like an aha moment that you're getting, like going with what you're feeling and just following your feelings in that time when if it's about love, and then you know taking that leap, you know. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Be more flexible. How can you be more flexible? And okay, so how can you prioritize your higher self? How can you prioritize your higher self and be more flexible? By finding balance and making sure everything is fair. You know, everything is just, balanced, and fair. Libra energy. What is so clarifying chopped wood and yin with prosperity. How can you call in your prosperity? How can you call in your prosperity? By being very grounded with your emotions, even if someone has hurt you. Even if someone has hurt you, be really grounded with your emotions so you can open your heart and be more loving with people and have like a more loving, you know, conversation with people. Because like even it, so this is reminds me of like the Queen of Cups is saying being more grounded with your emotions as well, and like you know, and also Earth like being grounded emotionally and other way too, and knowing that you are safe, and also like even when someone is trying to fight with you, you know that you know you're grounded and they can't affect you emotionally even if you had a fight with someone, right? So this is what that talks about, the chopped wood So even if chopped wood happens, like, Five of Swords, someone hurts your feelings, or if you hurt, you know that they cannot affect you, because you are grounded emotionally. You have your emotions are grounded. Like, it doesn't affect how you treat others. Like, if someone hurt you, it doesn't affect how you treat the next person. That's how you know you are emotionally grounded. So if somebody just hurt you, and you don't have to go and hurt someone else because someone hurt you. That's how you know that you're emotionally grounded. Okay, let's move on from that question. And this is going to help you to prioritize better, and call in your prosperity, call in like your abundance, right? Your finances. So what is something that's faded here with career transcension? Archangel Samuel. What is something here that is faded? Tell me more about this faded. What is this about? Something is faded that somebody is going to come towards you. Somebody that may have hurt you really bad. But you being emotionally secure now, that cannot affect you. They cannot, get away with nothing anymore. All right. So somebody's going to come in, and this is faded. Somebody's going to come in, and they know that when they hurt you, you were okay. You took care of yourself. When they hurt you, you know, and this is bringing in your happiness. All right. Because of you emotionally learn to ground yourself. And even though something was going on, all this stuff, like, because empaths have the hardest time, and I'm one. Empaths have the hardest time to not let it affect them when somebody hurts them. Like, even it, like, you feel it, and then it comes out of you, because you're not emotionally, have like emotional self-control. Like, emotions, they just come out of nowhere. So you have learned. So somebody here has learned that no matter how much they hurt you, you're okay. They can't destroy your happiness. So somebody's coming around here. Is this a good thing that somebody's coming in here, the Knight of Wands? Is this a good thing? Even though it's faded, is this a good thing? They may have walked away emotionally. They may have shut off emotionally, because they thought they had to carry all the burdens, right? That card came out already. The wand, the Nine of Wands here. This person does love you and wants to take this leap of faith with you. And they are going to get that sudden realization that they're not the only ones carrying those burdens. They're not the only ones going through it. You know how many people go through exactly what you're going through? For every person, I don't know, I've never done the studies, but I just know certain people like that. At least there's at least one other person that's going through exactly what you're going through. And that's going to resonate with you. Like, if you hear a video of somebody telling their testimony, like they're going through, right? So you can relate. So, like, know that even if you're going through something, you're not the only one. So maybe sometimes, like, emotionally shutting off is not the best thing, right? Just work on yourself, and also get out of your head. If you're invested in something, then make sure that you finish what you started, right? So let's go into, like, this is going to help you in your career, and then this is going to help you stand up for yourself. Maybe you're somebody that had a hard time standing up for themselves, right? Fighting for themselves. Let's see. What is this unfinished business? The Emperor and Ace of Cups. The Emperor and Ace of Cups. All right. So somebody who's been working on themselves, especially the masculines, they've been really working on themselves, and having control of themselves, and learning how to offer love here, and how to, like, have ideas on, like, how to be abundant, right? How to draw in, how to have, like, somebody, like, okay, let's just, like, and they really thought about this as well. Somebody has learned to really ground themselves, learned that love is love. Love is unconditional love, is unconditional love. And then they just need to have the courage to. So this is bringing a career transition. So tell me more about the Emperor and unfinished business. Career transition, Archangel Samuel. This is celebration. This is like, everything is everything is going to be peaceful, and this is going to be a peaceful celebration because someone here has really grounded themselves, really learned to control their energy, especially if they're masculine energy, or even if you're a female, you've learned to control your masculine energy or your emotional energy. You've learned to really ground your emotions as well, whether you're male or female. So this is going to be a very peaceful celebration. Sagittarius energy here as well. But this is peace, moderations, and also celebrations. Happiness. New starts. Okay? New starts. Queen of Wands. Walking your spiritual path. So this is that career transition. This is all leading you to your career that you're going to start here. And tell me more about somebody here, like all that glitter isn't gold, and them getting a sudden realization. Tell me more about the having the courage to speak up about their having the courage to speak up, allowing them to give them the have. I can't speak now. Somebody may have like speaking problems, like having problems getting it out. So write it on paper if you're having a hard time, getting it out. Right, when you think about it, write it on paper so you can read it off, so that you don't get fumbled with your words. Some people may have like hard time having the courage to stand up for themselves because they have communication problems, and then they realize they just need to like enhance their communication, and have more courage to have that communication and be more like in charge of yourself. And um let's see, what is this what do you need to have courage about here? And all that, you have learned that all that glitter isn't always gold, and you know now what's not for you, right? Let's see. So now you can talk about what's not for you and what's for you, what you know is not for you and what's for you, because Archangel Ariel says, have the courage to stand up for what you believe in, or else you're gonna get left out, right? Because you have to speak about it, because you have to, move on from that way of thinking that, oh, I'm not good enough or whatever, because you have to be not afraid of love. And to do that, there's soulmates right after that, and serendipity. So to do that, you have to not be negative to yourself, especially right now, because your words are very powerful right now. So have the courage to stand up for what you believe in. What is it that you believe in? What is it that you believe in? Have the courage. You believe in not giving up. You don't believe in throwing in the towel, right? When you want something, if you have a wish, you go after it. You don't give up. This is persevering. So that is what you believe in. But you have been doubting yourself, thinking that maybe something wasn't for you, whatever. So, but no, you're not giving up. That's what you are. That's what makes you courageous, because you don't give up. All right, tell me more about being courageous and standing up for what you believe in. You believe in not giving up. All right, so tell me more about that. This again at the bottom of the deck, your wish and not giving up. And then we have for some of you, you're a little obsessive. And that maybe, I just want to know, maybe there's some like addictions, codependencies, or something that you may, or somebody may have done something, okay? Something against your will. Like somebody working with witchcraft, they could have done something to you. Let me see why the devil is here. You may have had offers. Was this offer from the devil? Or, even though you've had offers from something that wasn't good for you, you still didn't give up. You still had courage. Tell me more about this offer. Was it good or bad? Did it come from the devil or not, this offer? No, this offer was good, and you realized that it was something from the past, a nostalgia. And you may have felt like it wasn't really fair. Okay. Oh. Somebody here, I don't know who it is, what side, but somebody here from the past was giving to someone from their past, which wasn't fair, which was not right. And that left them with burdens. So you're going to hear about this. Somebody's been working on their pentacles, working on themselves as well. Something here is going to work out. Somebody here, yeah, somebody's going to find that balance, the peace and balance here. All right. So tell me more about, has somebody overcome the devil here? Yes, they have a vision now or where they're going. They know where they're going now, what they're doing. They have like 3 of Wands. They have regrets from the past. All right. They've been watching you and they want happiness with you and they have new ideas. All right. This is somebody that has been holding back. They are going to all of a sudden come in out of nowhere. All right. Anything else I should ask about this? What is the final message, final advice, final possible outcome? Somebody's burdened about hurting you in the past and not seeing who you were, that you were their 2 of Cups, that you were the meant for them, because 2 of Cups came out in the beginning, see? And somebody's here burdened that they did not see that you were their 2 of Cups. They had their back to you. All right, you're going to be getting some messages here soon. They've been working on themselves. And this is all going to work out. And everything's going to be peaceful. And there's going to be peace and home. Look at that. You may move in together for some of you. All right. Somebody's willing to fight for you and move to calmer waters. All right. So they're going to put on their big boy panties. All right. Just wanted to add it. That's just jokes. Okay. All right. That's for the collective. So I'm going to pull a wisdom message for everyone. Or should I pull a different deck message? Maybe I'm going to pull a moon message for all the signs. How about that? So, like, yeah, we'll do that. A moon message for all the signs. Oh, I didn't even write down. I guess the collective is at the beginning, right after the angel messages. So, I will timestamp them where they start later when I get off. But, yeah, if you're new here, we did do a reading yesterday and a couple days ago, too. So, check those ones out, too. I did an energy read yesterday for love for October. And then I also did a moon, I think, was it a moon message? Oh, that was for the full moon. I did a moon message. Yeah. I think we're going to stick with this deck because then you'll know if you resonate with the reading better. I think, like, if something comes out that, if you are like Aries or Pisces and you're a certain sign, and if the same cards come out that were in the reading, then you'll know that part of that reading is at least for you, right? All right, let's welcome everyone. Hello, Alexis. Welcome. No war with witchcraft. Yeah, no witchcraft here. No witchcraft here. All right. Everybody, welcome here. Welcome. If you want a private personal reading, you can reach out to me and email me your question. And PayPal if you want to support this channel or get a reading. PayPal is in the description too. And I hope everybody's having a good Thanksgiving, good fall. Fall's starting. Leaves are starting to change. All right, let's write down the zodiac signs so we can timestamp them. You can all just go to your quick message later. All right. All right. Any negative energy sent to this channel or anybody in the chat goes back to the sender. All right. And everybody behave. And be kind to each other, please. Because you know what? What you think is what you manifest, right? And sometimes if you think negative of someone else, you could be manifesting that for yourself, because if this person is protected, like I protect the people, my tribe is protected. I protect them. I pray for them. All that. So I'd be careful not to send any negative energy to my channel, because it will come back. And I am protected by the Most High God, our Creator, the one that created this world. Yes, I'm not ashamed to say that. All right. And yes, I have been spiritually attacked in the past. I will talk about it one day, but not today. All right. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Hey, Kelly. Kelly Cooper, hi. All right, let's see. For Aries, just one message. What is the message for Aries? One message, one card, and I will intuitively say what else. Okay, Aries is at, sorry, 4052. 4052. All right, for Aries. One message for Aries. Quick message. All right, Aries. We'll do the bottom of the deck and the card that comes out, okay? So, don't be afraid to open your emotions and allow your emotions to come out and really feel your emotions. All right, Aries, it's okay to feel your divine emotions. Divine feelings are, our spirit is very emotional sometimes, but allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling. And thinker here, you're overthinking things. I think you're overthinking something here, Aries, all right? And that may be overwhelming emotionally for you. So allow your emotions to come out and then release them to the Most High. All right, Aries? All right, Taurus, 4150. 4150. All right. What is something that will help Tauruses? Tauruses, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tauruses. What is going to help Tauruses? All right, what's going to help Tauruses? Message for Tauruses. All right. Ooh, we don't want a whole reading. You got to pay for that shit. Piece on the bottom of the deck. All right, you're creating your piece. You're creating your nest. All right, so you have an imagination. This is the first card that I saw coming out. You have a good imagination. And you're already imagining your peaceful home, and you're already imagining it. What else do you got here? And you're trying to live in the moment, or if you are living in the moment, and imagining, creating your own peaceful home, your own peaceful Zen space. And you may be listening while you're dreaming and listening to your dreams, or if you have dreams, write them down. They may get some clever ideas, right? Good stuff. Listen to your dreams. All right, Gemini, 4310. 43. We'll just call it 11. 4311. All right, Geminis. What is the message for Geminis? Message for Geminis. Oh, soulmates, Geminis. Soulmates, deeper knowing. Okay. We got soulmates on the block. I don't know how I said that like that. We got soulmates on the block. What does that mean? All right. So, use your own intuition, whatever that means for you. But maybe they're on your block. You know what I mean? Maybe your soulmate is on your block, right? Your deeper knowing, right? You have a deeper knowing there, you and someone as soulmates, all right, Gemini? So the truth be told about what you know about love, and then open up about love, all right, Geminis? Good advice. Hey, JB, what's up? All right, Cancers are at 4407. 4407. Cancers, all right. What does Cancers need to know? What does Cancers need to know? Thanks for watching, JB. What does Cancers need to know? What does Cancers need to know? Yinna, be yourself. Be your loving self, Cancers. Be your loving self and step out of the darkness and into the light. Step out of that negative thinking and into the more brighter, beautiful color. You're in between right now, so just keep on going, right? See how beautiful you already are. You just got to leave the past behind and just be your beautiful self, your yin self. That's a beautiful message for Cancer. All right, Leos. Leos, 4506. 4506 for Leos. Let's see. Leos. What is the message for Leos? That's too many. Okay, Leos, not for you though. I seen that. Not for you, Leos. All right, something's not for you. You may be messing with. All right, Leos. So, okay, so clearing your space. So you have some negative energy around you, Leos. So clear your space and your mental space and your home space as well. You know, dusting, all that stuff creates negative space, creates stagnant space. If you have like, you know, dusty corners or, you know, junky corners, whatever. So this is going to bring change in the wind, okay? So you may be moving house or, letting go of like the old and, letting it flow away with the wind, right? So clearing your space and letting the negative energy leave you, or it could be exchanging gifts and moving house here. All right, that's what I got for you, Leos. You could be moving. Virgos are at 4615. 4615. All right, Virgos. What do our Virgos need to hear? Virgos. Our Virgos. Will is not here yet, but he will probably watch it later. Oh, there's a hair stuck to my deck. One of my hairs. I am going to dye my hair. I'm probably going to come later or come live. Maybe tomorrow. All right, C. What do Virgos... What's a message for Virgos? Soulmates, Virgos. And peace. So... you're calling in your soulmate here, okay? That's what I see. Soulmates is for you. This message is for you. Peace. Creating your peaceful home and really being in your positive feminine energy, like the loving energy, nurturing yourself, creating your own peaceful, nest egg there, whatever that is, you and your soulmate, or you creating that for you and your soulmate, whatever it is. All right, take it how it resonates, or don't if it don't resonate. But that's a beautiful message. All right, you see 4733 for Libras. 4733 for Libra. All right, Libras, what that came out quick. Something is not for you, Libras. All right, see. What is the message for you though? What is the message for Libras? Our beautiful Libras. Sun, rising, in Venus. Libras. What message for you? Why are you making me throw my cards everywhere? Oh, Libras don't like getting in their feelings, eh? Libras don't like their feelings? Really? I'm Thor, Libras. I have a few Libras that in my life, right? But look, going out to sea, you're not going to drown because you allow your emotions to come out, okay? You're not going to go drowning, okay? You're safe. It shows me you're safe. And milk and honey, take care of yourself. Do nurturing yourself. Give yourself like a spiritual bath, cleansing bath. Put some herbs in there. Put a good intention. Say a prayer over your bath, right? That is all a spiritual bath. Hello, Divine. Welcome. Clear your audience. Welcome. So that's what I see for you, Libra. Look, you are a very loyal heart. You have somebody that has your back, So you have somebody that is loyal to you. Loyal hearts. Okay? You and someone are loyal hearts. And so you need to just nurture yourself that you can see that you can see the happiness. All right? When you're too overwhelmed with your emotions and you're not allowing them out, that keeps you back from your happiness, Libra. It keeps you back from what somebody that really, wise love too. King and queen here. Libras, you can always rebuild, right? Observe and rebuild. All right, Libras, that's what I got for you. That was beautiful. 49, 46. 49, 46 for Scorpios. Thank you, everybody that has tapped in here live today. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to Scorpio. What do Scorpios need to know? What do Scorpios need to know? What is the message for Scorpios? All right, thank you. Rebuilding and observing, watch and learn and, build your home. Build your no place like home. You are your own creator, You are your own creator of your peace, your home, So build what makes you feel like home. There's no place like home. And then we have somebody here is observing what knowledge, wisdom, what you see, you could use some of that to your own goodness, to build your home, right? To build that place that makes you feel like home, and allow this treasure to come in. This is going to make you very happy. So building blocks, so watch out for things that you can use to build your home. That's beautiful, Scorpio. Keep an eye out for that. All right, so we got Saggy Wadgies are at 51:15. 51:15. Did I miss anybody? Hello, hello. If I did, but thank you. All right, let's go Scorpios. And if anybody wants like a super chat, like a question afterwards, you can always just donate to my PayPal. That's the only way I have. I am not at my super chat yet. I'm not monetized with this channel at all. But we're getting close. So the more you guys watch all my videos, the better it is, and the sooner we'll get there. All right, let's see. For Saggies, what is the message for Saggies? Something is fated for you here. And you have imagined this before. So something you is coming across, something is happening for you now. Like the stars are aligning for you. And this may be something that you've imagined for a long time. Look at that. I just saw a heart. My things always make, see that? See that white there? It's a light and it's creating a heart in the card. So imagine, right? So like, imagine, imagine like, not always thinking that something isn't for you right away. Like really allow yourself to feel what makes you feel good, right? So you got to try sometimes. Don't always just make your decision right away. Have a good imagination. Don't just imagine the worst. Okay? Imagine the best, not the worst. Not what's not. See, if we think about what's not for us, then sometimes we create that. If we think about something we want, then we create that too. But our energy is sometimes so powerful that whatever you set your mind to is you're going to create it, even if it's negative, right? If you don't let go of negative things, then you can't create. There's no room to create positive things if you don't let go of negative thoughts. All right, Capricorns. 53:22. 53:22. It's who I am, legit. Yeah, sorry I was a dick a few months ago. Good to be back. It's alright, JB. I forgive, you know what I mean? I do. And especially when people apologize, then I definitely forgive them. You know. But you're all good. You're good. Alright, let's see. Did we do, let's start over Capricorn because we're changing the time. 54:21. All right. All right, Capricorns. Message for Capricorn. Message for Capricorn. Oh, you got a message in the bottle. So this is also, you see the phone in there. It could also be a phone call that you could be getting. A phone call that makes you very happy. A message. Something that, comes in. And, for those people out there in fantasy world, they may even find a bottle out there in the water somewhere with a message in it. People do that kind of stuff, right? Would not be something. If you do, come tell me in my chat. So for some of you, you getting a message, and this is going to make maybe a phone call here, and really this is helping you to really clear your energy mentally as well. And this is like bringing good news, and this is bringing changes in the wind, right? So there's changes in the wind. So for some of you Capricorn, you could be moving, and or just cleaning house, just renewing everything, changing everything up. So there's changes are in the wind. So it could be like moving house or just changing everything in your home and just doing a cleansing, like, fall cleaning, right? But you could be getting a message that, maybe somebody's coming to visit you and you got to clean your house. You got to, like, clean up your house or whatever, right? And maybe you get a message that makes you very happy. There's also a stork here. So there could be a message of like somebody's having a baby as well. All right, Capricorns? That's what I got for you, all right? So even if there's been chaos and conflict, there's going to be happiness, all right? Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified. All right, we're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius is at 5620. 5620. If I don't see your message, I'm sorry. My eyes aren't very good, and I'm just really focused on the reading right now. I can chat a little bit after we're done the reading, if you guys want. All right. Let's see for Aquarius. What is something Aquarius needs to hear? Woo! Tribe. Aquarius, you got your tribe, and there's changes in the wind. All right. So things are changing for you, Aquarius. You have found your tribe. If you haven't found them yet, you will be finding your tribe, and changes are happening. And there may have been a lot of conflict. There may be some conflict before you get to the changes, through the changes. You could be dealing with the Capricorn too, but there's going to be a happy. Just live like if you're moving house or something, like if you're moving, and you feel like there's going to be a lot of chaos, right? Just think like you already done it. Like it's already been there. You done it already. So then it's going to make it easier. Okay. The changes are going to be easier. Maybe you're moving to your tribe here, Aquarius. Moving house. And, you can imagine what it feel like if you already lived there, right? Just be happy already before you even get the key to your new home, right? That's what I see. And you may be meeting your tribe there. Wow, Aquarius. All right, so we're going to move on to Pisces 5747. 5747. That's beautiful. All right, let's see. Pisces, last but not least. And if anybody wants a super chat type of question, just leave me a little donation and I can give you a personal message here on channel. All right, let's see. Pisces message. Message for Pisces. Ooh, we got two here. We got loyal hearts, and then we got yang. So, you and somebody here, like, there's loyal hearts, and, loyal to each other. And this could be a masculine here, showing you really, like, showing you their, like, that their loyalty to you. And you may see past, there may be something that isn't what you really think, like something you may think is all that, you have to, if you think this, that all that glitter is gold, think again, because it's not. Okay, so all that you see isn't always real. Like even on TikTok and all that, a lot of it is like fake and animated. Okay, so you could be exchanging gifts with someone here, clearing the air, clearing the air, clearing up old things as well, because they got chopped wood, and seeing what's really important. And also you could be exchanging gifts. This could be like, kitty cats. Exchanging gifts, kitty cats. All right, that's what I got. All right, this brings changes and the wind. All right, some of you Pisces, you may be moving. So come out of that darkness and into the light. Casting tarot is so relaxing. Thanks, JB. Thanks. I'm glad that I can, and that my voice is relaxing. Um, Nerd baby. I'm glad you guys had, got along with each other and chatted with each other. Um, I'm in Ontario. You're in Scarborough? That's not Scarborough, Ontario, and I'm near Goderich. So how many hours would that be? And I'm also carless right now. I don't have a car. So I'm trying to really do a lot of like channel work so that way I can, blow up both of my channels and then I can afford a car. From my YouTube payment, I'll be able to afford a car once I get monetized. And then I might be more motivated to come on here every day and it might feel like more like a job once I do get monetized. Who knows, but glad we are close. Yeah, it's not too far. Ophelia's. Oi, Ophelia! Hey, how's it going, girl? Nice to see you. And it is a long time no see, my friend. Oh my God. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's been a few years, right? I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did. Yeah, I see you on Facebook. Um, yeah. Yeah, there's a few other people that I still know from back then, and like 20 plus years. I know, right? We're still the same. We still the same. I don't know. I'm still the same. Not really. I'm not really the same, but I'm kind of like you know what I mean. Like I still have the same like morals as I did then. I still like that way. I'm still the same. I don't drink anymore. Really, I don't drink. I've switched it for the other stuff, the green stuff, the natural stuff. I never did that back then. I never smoked weed when I was actually in that when we were there. When we were in the club. In the club. It's crazy. I'm still at the same time just much older. I'm just like a lot wiser. I don't fall for a lot of the bullshit I used to maybe fell for. That's like I think that's what has changed. Like in my 20s, I gave everybody the benefit of the doubt, right? Now I see people's demons. I called them out. Uh, um, Back then I just played with them, right? Oh my gosh. There's been times where I've thought about like creating like a meetup with all of us that used to work in the same place. All co-workers and even people that were like kind of like kind of like co-workers, but they were always there, but they were customers. Even those people, like just like seeing where everybody is now. Yes, it was another lifetime for sure. It was like we went through the portal, right? And came into another side. But I mean, that place is closed now, and yeah, I've driven by there afterwards, like seen it all boarded up. But we had fun, didn't we? It was good times for me. Like I never like I know that not everybody there could say that because I was very naive then. I didn't know anything about a lot of things, and after that I found out a lot of things about uh, other things that was going on that I wasn't aware of, but we had fun like as house like us like the girls that were always there. We had fun. And nobody messed with us either in that place. Like it was like we all like if we didn't like somebody, they were gone the next day. They wouldn't not stay there. Like yeah, we did not put up with nobody. Uh, yeah. Um, um, we did maybe 17 years ago, but honestly, a little off. People we knew weren't alive anymore. Yeah, I've thought about that many times. A lot of people that we used to see and where they are now, and some of them have, because of all the things that I was like naive to, like when it comes to the drugs and stuff. Like I was very naive when I was there about that kind of stuff, like who was doing it and whatever. Like I was at the one club in downtown one time, and I was in the change room, and somebody was doing something out of a pipe, and I told him to get the hell out of the like, change room until I was done. But like never knew that it can even affect you after, like. But I never did that stuff. I never did nothing but drink and then drink Red Bull. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people have died, and some were drug addicted, and and some are recovering, and like you see them again, and so you never thought that they even had a problem like that, but they were always a little off, and so like you never really knew back then because we were young. Like I was like 22 to 20, I don't know, 27 or whatever when I danced. I was like in my 20s. No, they're not. If only if you allow them. That's why we need to protect ourselves from the things we cannot see. But yeah, we should do a podcast sometimes. Do you do that, Ophelia? Do you do podcasts and stuff? We could have like discussions about different things. Start a podcast. And just like, even just bring awareness. You don't. Well, I mean, like, I could set it up. I mean, if anybody, like, some people are shy, but there's so many people that have channels nowadays. And so many people have YouTube channels. People you never thought would have YouTube channels. There's another girl. She has a YouTube channel. She's from London, and I don't know if you know her, but I recently found out that she had a channel. But I don't know if she ever worked at the club, that one. But her channel is Paradox Eyes. Oh, what do you do? Yeah, people have to really be careful. I know somebody just lost their job, and it could be because of like her being on YouTube. But I'm not working I don't have like a regular type of job. My job is YouTube, so like I have two channels. I have this one, and then I have like a personal channel where I just hang out and talk and hang out. And where we do the podcast, we talk about life, we share recipes, whatever. Like we just talk about regular things, But yeah, so I do have another channel. This one here is more like the reading channel and the spiritual channel. The other channel is Cast Love 420. So it's always Cast Love. And I kind of like chose that name as well because I knew that I was going to find the people from the past. Like people were going to find me with that name because that was my name, right? So like I've made it easy for people to find me, because if I can help anybody from the past, I'm there for them. I'd love to be allowed on pod. No, JB, you're not allowed on my podcast no more. No, you're banned. You know what, JB? I do have the perfect podcast for you. I do have some podcasts that you could go to, right? Like I do have some that you would probably be Like you'd learn some stuff there too. So look up the Powder Dusty and the Raging Tomato. Well, not the Raging Tomato so much, but like the Powder Dusty, but they are one team. But yeah, they have two different channels. But yeah, so like I think Powder Dusty, you could be on their on their podcast because they really discuss everything on there. They'll like pick a subject at a night and then like 10 people discuss it. And it gets loud and it gets really rough. So you'd fit right in, JB. No, but like when you're feeling like, those ragey days, like when you're feeling like raging and stuff, those days. Yeah, check it out. I do watch them. I will not, I'm not ready to go on the podcast and argue or anything, but I will eventually maybe. But like I might do it on the Raging Tomatoes side, but not the Powder Dusty side. But yeah. Well, that's how you'll find him, Powder Dusty, but he has another name. I forget what the other name is now. But you'll see, you'll come up if you Google it. You're from India. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to timestamp this after I'm going to go make something to eat because I have worked up an appetite now. I might come back later to do like donation readings. So like if you want to donate like $5 or whatever, I'll give you a message. All right. So I'll come back later to do like live readings for a donation because I'm trying to make some money to go see my kids. Trying to get money together to get a ticket to go see my kids. Nice to talk to you too, Ophelia. We'll chat. We'll catch up. Yeah, and anytime you want to message me on Facebook too, Ophelia, feel free, and we can do live chat with you. I can do a live chat with you. All right, talk to you later. Bye, everybody.